This could be worth checking out.
The hell? Oh, I see. Okay. Loading.
Someone will be held accountable for...
Okay. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. It's this one. Which one's mine? Huh. Guess it doesn't matter.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
The hell? Where is it? Oh. Oh shit. Actually goes down. Yay.
Shall we have a look around?
Goodness. So many dead.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a Council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
Harlequin?
Venatori agents!
Oh, good. What level are they? 15? Super easy.
The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Can you please stop being in combat? Completely forgot where I was going. Is this the right way? I have to gather it, or else it's gonna keep pinging me and I'm gonna get very annoyed. Bard. Okay. Really, it seems like you're all dead to me. Oh, hello.
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?
No doubt there's a line of people breathlessly waiting for dances with me.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was. You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
It's the game, my dear. Everyone plays it here. An elven locket, stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Celine.
I'll admit, I didn't think the Empress was this sentimental.
We'll hold the area.
Are they going to take everything off automatically? That will be nice.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
I should look around.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does gas could win over the Council of Emeralds now.
Should have considered that before threatening.
Yes? Another time, my lord. That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Inquisitor Adar, how delightful. I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
What exactly does a court historian do?
I am responsible for the historical records of the court. I maintain our library and record all official proceedings.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh, yes! This is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
How does things look out there? Are the negotiations over yet?
Both the Empress and the Grand Duke look angry. Germain bore his nephew's spy.
Boring.
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Wow, suddenly all these just appear out of nowhere.
Good evening, Inquisitor.
Interesting.
The hell?
Interesting.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Well, that's useful.
Let's see if everything respawned up here. Unlikely, but... I see.
You must admit, the work done in Cumberland is revolutionary.
I had yet to see the device, but the ambassador of the bar will talk of nothing else.
Boring.
Did you see that knife-edged servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
Keep talking. I'm starting to believe I was there.
I need to get one of those.
Don't we all?
Ambassador Anton.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
I'd wager I have better tales than anything you've heard.
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
Where's Varric when you need them?
Grace's Chamberlain has disappeared as
Gaspar is
usual.
wasting his time. Nothing he does can win over the Council of Heralds now.
Grace's Chamberlain has disappeared as usual.
This is quite lazy game design.
Are we ready to move out?
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
Whee! Really? Oh, my fingers are tired. Having to constantly press this button. Okay. Save.
Inquisitor Adar, we met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
I'm already taken, Your Grace.
Your lover has nothing to fear. This is business, not pleasure.
No.
The Tal Vashoth are hardly known for political maneuvering. Just what interest do you have in our little war?
What do you think I ought to know?
My brother and my dear cousin have been at each other's throats for too long.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Florian?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
An excellent question. I might ask the same of you, Your Grace.
This would be so nice with actual music.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
I'd happily do more dancing. Just not with Corypheus.
I promise not to invite him to your next ball.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
Morgan helped me get into the servants' quarters, where I found a group of Venatori and Gaspard's dagger.
The man would truly do anything to become Emperor.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
I thought we were here to stop the assassination.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais.
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Floriane tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the royal wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
We need more servers in the ballroom. Where is everybody?
Don't worry so much, my dear. I'll be ready when the time comes to strike.
Maximilian Sweat. Lady Inquisitor.
I'd like your opinion of this gathering, my lady.
It's doomed to fail, of course. Celine knows that. At least it should be amusing. We haven't had such a menagerie at court in living memory.
Have you noticed anything odd this evening?
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so pleasantly decorative.
Good evening, milady.
Court approval 100.
Mistress Nightingale.
I don't need to turn anything into Liliana.
Is there something you needed?
What's our best course of action?
Assuming the claims against Gaspard are false, I believe he'd be the strongest ally. But if it means Celine's death, can we make such a choice in good conscience?
Briala's an option.
One that only complicates matters further.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Is there something we may do for you?
We do so enjoy... We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
I made a fascinating discovery. An elven locket in the Empress's vault.
Oh dear. That is very interesting.
I'll get Her Majesty.
Inquisitor, I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier. No doubt you have questions about many things.
The locket I found. It was a gift from Briala, wasn't it?
She gave it to me for my coronation. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you part ways?
She wanted change, and she thought I should deliver it. My word is law, Inquisitor, but laws don't command people's hearts. Culture does not transfer. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things, is beyond my command.
It's nice to see that even the Empress of Orlais makes mistakes.
Thank you for coming tonight, Inquisitor. I have business to attend, but I hope we will speak again.
Is there some...
We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
My investigations turned up some... It concerns the Grand Duke. It concerns Ambassador Briala. My investigations turned up something interesting. My investigations turned up something interesting.
Is there... We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
My investigation, it concerns the Grand Duke. I found Gaspard's knife in the servants' quarters. It was used to murder a council emissary. His own sister told me that he intends to assassinate the Empress tonight.
You're quite certain of this?
That would be treason.
How scandalous!
There must be some mistake.
Do you have proof of this? Something Her Majesty can take to the nobles?
You must find proof so she can arrest Gaspard. She would never call off negotiations, even to save her own life.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Wait, there was one new...
We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
My investigation, it concerns the Grand Duke. I intercepted orders to his general to sneak soldiers into the palace tonight.
How could he behave so dishonorably?
He would attack the Empress and break all the binding rules of hospitality.
I thought there were more handsome chevaliers on the dance floor than there should be.
Good evening.
Until next time.
It is always good to see you, my friend. You seem better at making friends among the nobility than I. Well done.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about Briala. She's...
What is she trying to accomplish? She bears closer watching than I thought.
I discovered something you might... It's about you, in fact. There's a council of heralds emissary in the servants' quarters, stabbed to death with your knife.
No. That's impossible. Who would try to pin such a crime on me? The elf? It seems unlike Celine.
I have the orders issued to your general to sneak troops into the palace.
Of course I did. The Winter Palace is hardly neutral ground for our peace talk. I would be disappointed in Celine if she were not using this opportunity to set a trap. And while we rarely agree on anything, I have never yet been disappointed in our Empress.
I discovered something you might... It's about Celine. She had an elven locket sealed in the vault.
Briala's, no doubt. Was that sentiment, Celine? How unlike you. Blackmail, perhaps. Not quite damning enough for scandal, but such a trinket could be useful leverage against one or both of them.
We'll speak...
Well, Briala wasn't over there. What the hell? Oh, she's supposed to be here. Let me save and reload. Spawn in, Briala. Voila.